Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, man. How about those Buffalo Bills? Right here, baby! Right here! You prepare all week, man. You prepared all week for it. You come out with a mindset, feeding each other. Offense, defense, special teams, working together as one. That's what a great football team does. Well done, man. Great job.
Hey, earned the right for another week. Let's keep getting better, all right? Watch this, enjoy this. Keep going.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Resilient damn football team right here, man. I'm so proud of you guys, man. That same process every week. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into another playoff edition of the Sean McDermott Show presented by Kaleida Health. Thanks for joining us. And Sean, thanks for giving us a few minutes. Great game against the Broncos, 31-7, scored 31 unanswered. It's your fifth straight year with a wild card winning playoff game. What's your message to your team this week as you get deeper into the playoffs?
Well, it was a great win, number one. So we want to make sure we celebrate that, but not too long. Big challenge in front of us this week with a team that handled us pretty good earlier in the year, and so it takes a while to get ourselves ready to go in terms of schematically what we want to do and how we want to approach it.
All right, so Josh has 20 of 26, had a great day, 272, 2 TDs, no turnovers. Ties Peyton Manning and Joe Montana and Kurt Warner for the most playoff games with a 135-plus rating. Just played really well. Made an unbelievable throw to Ty Johnson on a 4th and 1. I can talk to you about the play selection later, but now it's this week though. It's Josh against Lamar, two really all-timers going at it. What more does Josh need to do in a game like this against the Ravens?
Be himself, really. I mean, he's done a great job all year, Steve, as you know, been very consistent. His approach last week is what led to his performance, and this week it's got to be the same. So big message this week is consistency across the board.
Let's talk about James Cook. He rushing attack, 23 carries for 120 in the touchdown. He's the second Bill all-time to have at least 120 rushing yards and a touchdown in a playoff game. First time the Bills have rushed for 200 yards in a playoff game since I was in the league, right? It's been a long time. He had 100 rushing yards as a team in the first 2 drives. It's the most in a playoff game since 2015. What did you see James and your O-line elevate their game? I mean, your O-line was clicking on all cylinders. James was running behind him. This is the playoffs, and those guys really had it together.
Yeah, and we got to be able to do that. In the playoffs, you have to be able to control the line of scrimmage to be a two-dimensional threat on offense. And so credit to James, credit to our offensive line, and then the receivers also in the running game and the tight end. So we've got to continue to do that this week.
Yeah, so the game kicks off. The Broncos go down and hit the long touchdown, and everybody was kind of like their heart was in their throat and stuff. And then you shut them out the rest of the way. Scored 31 unanswered, as we said a minute ago. They had 4 punts, a missed field goal, turned it over twice on downs. What can you say about the adjustments and the performance of your defense after the Broncos nicked you that first drive?
I thought the defensive staff did a great job of adjusting, keeping their composure and poise. The players the same way, and kind of just getting comfortable. First round of the playoffs, got some new players out there, and I thought they really came back and played well.
Okay, so we'll say it again. Everybody eats. So this week, Ty Johnson comes in, has a huge catch on 4th down. Had 9 rushes for 44 yards. And Curtis Samuel, 3 catches for 68 yards, the longest touchdown of his career, 55-yard. And it feels like weekly, it's a different guy. It's almost like the roster does a complete turnover. It's the same 8 or 9 guys at the skill spots, but different ones. What is it about this team that allows different guys to be so productive each week?
Yeah, I think it's just number one, it's an unselfish approach week to week. You got to, kind of tuck your ego in your back pocket and come to work. And the ball is going to find you if you're doing your job and doing it at a high level. That's the progression that Josh is going through, and that's just kind of the balance, if you will, of our offense.
All right, Coach, we'll catch up with you later in the show to get your final thoughts on facing the Ravens in the division round of the playoffs. Stay with us.
The Game Plan is presented by Energy Mark. Trust Energy Mark for renewable energy supply.
When we come back, Eric Wood breaks down the top plays from the win over the Broncos. Then Dawson, Knox, and Von Miller are mic'd up for the win over Denver.
Chopping Wood is presented by St. Bonaventure University, an official education partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Welcome back to the Sean McDermott Show, presented by Kaleida Health, and it's time to break down the tape with our good buddy Eric Wood on another edition of Chopping Wood. The Bills started a little slow but finished strong. They scored 31 unanswered. What stood out to you?
Yeah, I love the way that the Bills came out and they were intent on controlling the line of scrimmage on offense. James Cook had 74 rushing yards in the first half, and the team finished with over 200 yards in the game on the ground. That was the first time the Bills in a playoff game have gone for over 200 yards since 1995. And then later in the game, when it was a one-possession game, McDermott rolled the dice on fourth down, and Josh was able to connect with Ty Johnson for an unbelievable touchdown. And then, to open up the fourth quarter, Josh hit Curtis Samuel for a 55-yard touchdown to put this game on ice. It was a great team win.
Yeah, let's start on the ground with James Cook. On the Bills' first touchdown drive, he ripped off a 16-yarder with a little help from the offensive line. What did you see here?
We've been seeing more I-back formation with Reggie Gilliam in the backfield. And so here, they're going to down block with Dion with a combination block with David Edwards, pull around O'Cyrus Torrence, and Reggie Gilliam gets a nice block as well. So they get this hole for James Cook. Well, as soon as he gets stood up, he does a great job keeping his knees pumping, and then Dion gives him a little boost, gives him about 10 extra yards there.
And a few plays later, Cook punched it in from 6 yards out. Take me through this play design.
So this is a duo concept. You're going to see number 97 go across O'Cyrus Torres' face, and he does a great job of just riding him down the line of scrimmage. And Spencer Brown, who's supposed to be on a combination block there, not getting out of control and just working up to 55 here. Cook's going to be one-on-one with number 6, the safety, as you see him in the back. And so he sets him up in the C gap outside of Spencer Brown and then cuts it back all the way across to the backside A gap to get in for the touchdown. That's great vision by James Cook there.
And then on the opening drive of the second half, Cook was at it again. This time he went for 19 yards, and this was the longest run of the game.
So this is the same concept we saw earlier with O'Cyrus Torrence pulling, but this time it's going to be David Edwards. So you have a back block by the center, you have a combination on the front side, but as Spencer Brown feels Jonathan Cooper cross his face, he's just going to take him here, and David Edwards, instead of blocking out on Cooper, is going to work up to the second level on the linebacker. It's a nice job again by Gilliam, and great job hitting that hole with some pace by James Cook.
The next Bills possession, Sean McDermott kept the offense on the field for a 4th and 1, and Josh hits Ty Johnson for a 24-yard touchdown, and this one changed the game. What did you see?
Well, Ty Johnson's going to go on a wheel route, and Josh I guess he feels pressure in the pocket here. And right here, I thought, okay, Josh is going to take the first down with his legs. He had plenty of room to go for, but in classic Josh Allen fashion, he decides he's going to take a shot down the field, and Ty Johnson's one-on-one in the back of the end zone. Unbelievable body control by him to keep in bounds, keep his feet off the ground on the back line of the end zone, and then really just to stay alive. He ran something like between 65 and 70 yards total on this play before catching this football.
Great stuff as always. Thanks for this, Eric. We're going to catch up with you next time.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it, Steve.
Still to come on the Sean McDermott Show, we have 2 players mic'd up for the wild card win over the Broncos, with Dawson Knox and Von Miller.
Mic'd Up is presented by Geico.
Hey, let's go fly around today, fellas. Have some fucking fun. Play for each other. Get a job done. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I love you, Josh.
Yeah, boy. Go, baby. Love you, dude. Can't wait to watch you play, man. Love you too, baby.
Appreciate you.
Be great. Be great.
Yeah, 4-3. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh! Get some mustard for the hot dog. Hey, just promise each other, and more importantly yourself, stay in the moment today. No moment is too big for you guys. You were built for this stuff, but it's playing one play at a time, tenacious, relentless. Stay in the moment. I love you guys. We already put in the work, boys. We're ready. Time to make a withdrawal. Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3. Have fun, baby. Have fun.
Hand off to Cook. Through a hole on the left side, squirts away and reaches for the end zone, and he is in as the Cook is in the kitchen.
Come on, baby. Go. Come on, G. Do you, G. Come on, let's do it. Take this over, Ed. Good job, D.
It's a screen to Mims, but the Bills sniff it out. And the guy there first is Terrell Bernard. Captain Instincts was there in a hurry.
Ah, what a play. Freaking dog. Freaking animal.
1st and 10. Stepping up, down the field, wide open. He's got his target. It's Dawson Knox.
Yeah! Oh, God. Whoa! Hey, we never practiced that. It never goes there.
Can you go in like right here on my back?
What?
Can you go in there like right there on my back?
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, baby, that's worth the sack.
You good.
That's worth the sack.
Had a little itch.
Get him. Hiya.
They're trying to clown me right now. Saying my too baggy back here.
That was those thermals. That was thermals.
Yeah, these the thick ones.
Yeah.
The thick ones. They're baggy, but the back they tight as all down. Come on, calves so big, bro.
Next up on the Sean McDermott Show, we're back with more Mic'd Up from the win over the Broncos. Plus, Coach previews the divisional round against the Ravens.
Big play here. Trying to go up top for it.
He wants to run for it, Jim. He wants to just go get it with his legs. He's trying to find
It wasn't there, so now he's got to throw it deep to the end zone. And was that caught? Yes! Ty Johnson scrapes it off the ground, above the ground for the touchdown.
He caught it. He caught that.
Come on! Ah! Love you, dude. Have a little play.
Hey, let's drag him to the deep end. Hey, let's drag him to the deep end and drown the ass.
Allen back to pass, has time, and he's got Curtis Samuel wide open at the 33. Cuts it back inside at the 20. Puts on the Jets. Gets away. 5. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel!
Yeah.
Come on, baby! Come on! Yeah! I see you, Kurt. Shit, baby. I almost jumped on his lap in his day. No! Kurt. Bro, you were doing this. Hey, did you see?
No, like I was like, I was just like, hey.
He was like, come jump up on my lap.
I was like, but I want the phone back. Nah, I wasn't doing it. I'm like, yeah, come with your boy. You know what I'm saying?
We bring the boom. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on, baby.
Sveka. Sedeka. That's a V right there. Sound it out. Sveka.
Yes.
Even a longer touchdown for Josh to throw.
That's more yards for you, buddy.
You gotta love it.
Hey, catch still counts.
That still counts.
Bro, when you jump in, people are just like, people grabbing you right here. Hey! Woo! Love you. Hell of a game. I see you dancing in this coupe. Yeah. Yeah. No, you don't have to lie. I was rapping in my head. No, you weren't. You like the Backstreet Boys. You don't have to hide it.
Broncos country is still love. Ain't that right, Pat? It's still love. Hey, we're still going, baby.
Bills Mafia, you showed up today. See y'all next week. Go Bills.
After the break, our crew from Buffalo Bills Weekly give you their game preview for Sunday's divisional round matchup against Baltimore. Plus, Coach shares what it will take to get the win against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens.
The Bills are hosting the Ravens for the divisional round of the playoffs. It's the matchup of all matchups. NFL fans are googly-eyed over Bills quarterback Josh Allen and Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson facing off. It's two MVP favorites with at least 40 touchdowns this season, and it's the second time they'll be facing off against each other in the postseason. The two saw each other in the divisional round of the playoffs during the 2020 season, and my, oh my, how these two have matured since that game. They combined for just one touchdown in that game. Now, Allen looks like a quarterback who is efficient and clean with his decision-making, just 6 interceptions out of him this season. And Lamar Jackson is somebody you can rely on as a passer. He's averaging 8.8 yards per pass attempt this season, the best in the league.
Yeah, and I think that is the difference with these two quarterbacks. They've matured. They're veteran players in this league now. Josh has eliminated the ill-advised plays from his game, to your point about the low turnover number. And Lamar, the knock on his game is being unable to throw consistently outside the numbers to the perimeter of the field. He's gotten better in that area. I don't know if I would call it his number one strength, but he's definitely improved, in part because the team has worked to get him better talent around him at the skill positions.
Buffalo and Baltimore are facing off for the second time this season. They saw each other in week 4. Buffalo lost 35-10. It was an uncharacteristic performance out of the team, but they were without several defensive starters. Linebackers Terrell Bernard, Matt Milano, and defensive back Taron Johnson. This time around, Buffalo is back to full strength, meaning they have the numbers to match up. But matching up might really mean switching coverages around because the Ravens are a different type of animal. You have to account for a quarterback who can run the ball, and they have one of the best running backs in the NFL. Lamar Jackson led the league, averaging 6.6 yards per attempt on the ground, and Derrick Henry was third best, 5.9. You gotta bow up to stop these guys. What is the recipe to slowing this rushing attack?
It's penetration, because when Derrick Henry gets handed the football, if you let him get ahead of steam, he is a load to bring down. And we saw it in that week 4 game. You have to be gap sound, and they were not gap sound at the beginning of the game. Henry's through a hole, and it's 87 yards to the house. So you have to get penetration to force him to reroute his angle of entry to the hole. If you can get him going east-west, or even stop his feet and change direction, he's much easier to get on the ground in that regard. There is something, though, that the Ravens are doing that's new in their run game. They've taken a page out of Buffalo's book. They have a 6th offensive lineman that they now put on the field. And we've seen them with their 300-pound fullback, Patrick Ricard. That's 7 guys on the field that are 300 pounds or more. It's a new element to their run game. The Bills are going to have to do something unconventional on defense in terms of who they put on the field to counteract that.
For more from Brownie and Maddy, including insights from players and coaches, plus exclusive interviews, check your local listings for Buffalo Bills Weekly, also available on Buffalo Bills YouTube. Coach, you're hosting the Ravens, 6:30 p.m. on Sunday. You played the Ravens in Week 4 in Baltimore. 25-point win for those guys. Tough game. A lot has changed, though, for both these clubs. They're led by John Harbaugh, Super Bowl champ, all of that. What did you learn, or what can you take from that Week 4 matchup that'll help you in this game?
Well, I mean, we didn't play our best. We didn't coach our best. Overall, you always learn from every game, whether you win or lose. We obviously lost in that game, and it really wasn't close. So we've got to take a lot out of that game and making sure that we have a good week of preparation and we go out and execute at the level we need to against this really good football team.
Yeah, you got Lamar and Derrick. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. 41 passing TDs from Lamar, only 4 interceptions. And Derrick Henry, 1,900 and plus yards rushing, 16 rushing touchdowns. He's averaging almost 6 yards a carry. I mean, they combined for 267 in a playoff game. I mean, they got it going on. Is there a more difficult quarterback running back duo?
I don't think so. I mean, when you look at it, they're unique in what they can do. They're explosive, they're powerful. Then Lamar's ability now to throw it and how he's developed, credit their coaching staff for that, and Lamar. So it's a hard offense to stop, and we've got to play well in all 3 phases.
All right, so they've got all that running stuff going on in their offense. Now they have the number 1 run defense in the league. 4 Pro Bowlers on that side of the ball. All-Pro nickel and Marlon Humphrey. He's got 6 interceptions and a pick 6 this year. Roquan Smith, 144 tackles. Kyle Hamilton is a brilliant player for them. And Nnamdi Madubuike, right? I mean, how does this defense compare to what you saw from maybe Denver in the wild card? Because Denver was no pushover defensively either.
No, this defense is very well decorated, as well as their whole team. I mean, a lot of names, a lot of kind of star name, star power, and Pro Bowls, all pro players. And so, we're going to have our hands full, Steve. And, we're looking forward to the challenge, though.
All right, Coach, good luck against the Ravens. And everybody at home, thanks for joining us on this playoff edition for the Sean McDermott Show, presented by Kaleida Health. We'll see you next time, and until then, go Bills.
Final Thoughts is presented by Toyota. Toyota is the exclusive and official vehicle of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places. The Sean McDermott Show is presented by Kaleida Health, the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills. By Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys. Call 716-684-COMP today. And by Toyota. Toyota is the exclusive and official vehicle of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places.